Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On the ready. 51 to Mike. Check pass. Check pass. Set up. 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson forced out. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
180. Not today. Not today. Hatchet. Swing. Pistol. Tight go. Hey, alert.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, let's go. I'm trying to come ready with him. Check nickel. Shut up.
Jackson now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. It's hard to know who's more dynamic between quarterback Lamar Jackson and that man Hollywood Brown. But they're just going to try to get the ball in Brown's hands early. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He'll buy some time right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. 17-0 our score after 1.
Switch. Regular. Check 15.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On third down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now Chubb running right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round, but they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke up a nice run there.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Alert! Hey, seam 6. You drop.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, but it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
25, check 25. That's 5. Right, Leo, check 37.
Now Jackson, going to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, we're 33. Check 48's the mic. Check. Hey, echo.
Mayfield off the play fake. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on second down. Jackson going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taylor now returning it. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Switch. Take four.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
King.
On second down, Mayfield again. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch out. Real. SOS. Alert. Pistol. Rush in. Watch out.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, he's got his man. It's Andrews. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. To return is Taylor. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
At the 32-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Cleveland.
Good. 180. Regular. Here it comes. Check. Check. Hot route. Hot. Hey, alert. Kill. Run.
They run. Chubb. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
From the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Hurry! Go get him!
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 20. Hey, alert 33. Check. Lucky.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
First down, Browns.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Hey, wahoo! It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hurry! Mike, run.
First down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's going to go up top, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Bandit.
Jackson Throwing again. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
51 the mic, boy. 53. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Watch the pass. Check. Crunch. 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 Regular. Switch.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check safety. Check safety. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Deuce. Up.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right.
Check nickel. Check. Check 31. Hey, alert 48.
Alert. I got 2 guys.
Here's Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Real.
At all costs. Switch it.
Alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Seibert on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, it's complete to Snead. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back kick. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. They find some open field here. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. Got some room at the 30, and finally brought down at the 34-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard.
Jackson now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 36-yard line.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
They go play action with Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line. Today's final score, Browns.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.